Hello, everybody, and welcome to Barrier to Entry, the show where three jerks watch TV. My name is Noah,
Sebastian.
I'm Bobby.
and we finally figured out how to do
Bro,
an
we
intro.
did it.
Yeah,
We did it.
We did it on
The key, the secret,
the worst episode.
true, the secret to getting the intro done is to actually just talk about it ahead of time.
Yeah, who would have thought
Mhm.
that was how you do that?
Who would have thunk?
I couldn't have guessed. I'm gonna be honest.
So, just as a behind-the-scenes thing, Bobby is a little sick. He's a little ill.
I'm like deathly ill. That's a lie. I'm like about to die.
Bro was
So,
on his deathbed
Like
for the last
5
2
days
days.
straight, bro. But it's fine. It's fine because
It's over.
I love
You're
You're
all,
here
of,
now, though.
all of our dear viewers. I love so much. You know,
That's true.
and I put my
All three
life
of them.
on the line.
Jetman
That
is
is
gonna
true.
cure your disease.
True, actually.
This week we watched Chojin Sentai Jetman episodes 7 and 8. If you'd like to watch along, I have bad news.
Yeah.
This last week, Hasbro ended their Hasbro, who controls the master international license for Super Sentai, ended their relationship with Tokushoutsu, who subs all these seasons and then puts them on platforms like Tubi and Amazon Prime. So there is no official way to watch Chojin Sentai Jetman
That sucks.
currently. However, we are dedicated to finishing the show and the podcast, so
True.
we will continue to watch it. And if you are
Legally.
an adamant viewer,
Completely legally,
Yes.
we're watching it in a completely
Yes.
legal way.
yes, and if you're an adamant viewer and you want to continue watching along, I recommend Googling Chojin Sentai Jetman and seeing what comes up.
And it's like, clicking a few links, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, come on.
You
Yeah.
might get funnier subs that way.
4th of July was yesterday. This is America, all right? We can
True.
click links, all right? Completely legal links,
true.
all right? Come on.
Yes. Or you can try and track down a DVD copy of
And-
the English
yeah.
subs. I believe those are still out there. I imagine they're very expensive right now.
Yeah.
But if you're really a huge Barrier to Entry fan, dropping $60, $70
Yeah.
on a Japanese TV show from 1991,
Well,
that's part of it.
surely Hasbro like fixes it soon, right? Or gets like a new, or not Hasbro, but like somebody gets the license soon, I'd imagine.
So Hasbro will
maybe.
hold the license indefinitely for Super Sentai because they own the Power Rangers license,
Mhm.
and for whatever reason, Toei in the 90s signed away their rights to international distribution of their own show.
Pretty smart, man. Pretty smart.
I have heard rumor that they will make it available on like some new Hasbro streaming thing.
That's funny. The Hasbro
yeah,
That's very
site.
amusing.
Well, okay. Do you guys remember growing up? They had the Hub channel, which I know
Mhm.
sounds like very silly now, but
Ooh.
they had the channel on TV that was called the Hub, and it was just Hasbro properties.
I
It was
don't
like
remember that.
yeah.
but
Transformers Prime. Really, I
No.
would catch reruns of Transformers on that.
I probably did watch
Same.
stuff on it, but I just don't remember the name.
I'm scared to Google
Bobby, look up the
Hub.
hub right now.
The Hub. Yeah, hang on. The Hub TV channel. Here we go.
I'd
how
specify
you do
that
it.
one, yeah.
Yeah, hang on, I'll share it. This is more interesting than the episodes of Jetman we watched. So
Really true.
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
they had
there
like
you go.
yeah, see, they had like Transformers and My Little Pony and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Transformers Prime on Nick? I thought it was on Nickelodeon. Maybe I'm bugging.
Well, the Hub did not last very long, so it's possible Transformers.
Okay.
I know
That
Transformers
makes sense.
Prime's like I know the sequel to Transformers Prime was on Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay.
So-
Maybe it was on- I don't know.
It
It all
probably
blends in my brain.
Mhm.
Anyway, Hasbro put that back. So I have my. If you want to hear me talk about my complaints with the Hasbro Corporation, go check out my YouTube channel.
That's-
Linked in the description. I have a new
Holy
video.
plug.
Like, I
Holy
was like,
plug.
you can. Noah has a lot of things to say about this very niche topic.
True.
That's true. Anyway,
Holy plug.
this week we watched Chojin Sentai Jetman episodes 7 and 8. It's time for the recap.
It's gonna be
Okay, episode 7.
Man.
So true. Episode 7, Ryu's marriage. Wow. Okay, so we open
It's like,
Full start.
I can't believe
This is
it.
a terrible start.
we open on a bus or on a train, and this old lady is riding on the train, and she yells at a young man. And then we cut to the Jetmen playing tennis, which I thought was kind of fun because the new season of X-Men just started, and if you know anything about the X-Men, it's that X-Men play baseball. So I kind of like the notion that like X-Men play baseball, Sentai play tennis.
True.
It is cool when superhero teams play sports together. It is pretty cool. I won't lie.
So anyway, one of them hits the ball so hard it goes out of the. Is it a court, Bobby? It's a court, right?
Yeah, the court.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby's our
Goes out of the
resident
court.
tennis expert.
Yes, you
That's
know,
true.
I could have gone pro if I really wanted to. You know, if I didn't have that, if I didn't have that back injury junior year, bro, would have been over.
True.
The ball goes out of the court and it smacks the old woman on the face, and then Ryu runs up to the old woman and he's like, "Oh my gosh, old lady, I'm so sorry." And then she judo flips him, and then they look at each other, and it's Ryu's grandmother.
Oh, I care a lot about this happening.
She takes the
so
Jetman
great.
to a restaurant, and she shows Ryu this photo of this woman, and she's like, "I've arranged a marriage for you." So that, you know what that means? The three Westerners get to talk about marriage again.
Yeah, the second arranged marriage episode of the season.
I have several questions, and this time it's not about Japanese marriage customs. Actually, first of all, does Ryu's family know that he was with Rie and that they were together? Because like it's been what, a month, if that, since she
they thought she
disappeared,
tragically passed,
didn't die, and they also won't
talk
about that, as we'll get into later.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Second question: do any of them know Ryu is in the military? Because it seems like his grandmother thinks he's just like her doting grandson who can't do anything by himself.
Yeah, she's acting like that doesn't have a job, like unemployed, like still like a kid. And it's like, this guy's 27 and is like a super soldier, basically. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, at one point she's like, "You're 27, you gotta do something with your life." And it's like, bro, he is like.
Also,
I've been watching a whole show about it.
Probably
it's also like,
imagine.
How are you going to arrange a marriage when it's like, yeah, my 27-year-old grandson has no job and he does nothing with his life, but you should marry him because he's kind of cute. Come on, that's not gonna fly, bro.
So then she's like, "Oh, also, the Jetmen suck." She like calls them out, and they're like, "That's mean." And then we cut away to a random Japanese child, and he gets sucked into a mirror. Holy crap!
What could this mean?
Yeah.
Back at the Jetmen base, they're all arguing about what to do about Ryu's grandmother and the arranged marriage. And I asked this question when we were watching it: why does it matter to the commander, to Raita, and to Akko?
Yeah.
Right? Like, Kaori I get because she has a thing for Ryu, and Guy has a thing for Kaori, so he's like invested in Ryu being off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it matter to the other three people like that Ryu like get married?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like they're friends with the guy, but I don't know.
Are they?
I guess like that's like the assumption, like that you're supposed to connect to. I don't know.
I guess I don't know, because the question is how is the marriage going to affect his job in any way? Like, right. That's like, because like they're acting like Ryu is gonna have to go away or something. Maybe I missed it. Maybe he has to move away or something if he gets married. I have no idea.
Maybe it's like a Batman situation where they know his secret identity, so then they know his wife, and the bad guys will kill his wife.
But they can just always teleport anyways. Like they can find the power, like the Rangers at any point.
Like I feel like all of them have like relatives, and that the bad guys could target that they haven't yet. So it's like, I don't know.
So it's like
the Vyram know who they are. They've known who they are since episode 3.
Yeah, every fight.
So it's a fake conflict.
Not transformed. So
yeah,
it's a fake conflict then.
Good show.
And then Akko has to explain to Raita that Kaori's in love with Ryu, and like my brain started melting a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, more people start getting sucked into mirrors, and Maria, who's the girl Vyram, who's maybe Ryu's dead girlfriend, is like, "Haha, my plan is working." And then at a European restaurant, Ryu is out with the lady whose name I didn't bother learning, and his grandmother, and then Raita comes in dressed as like a mob boss and demands 10 million yen.
Oh yeah,
because this is a sitcom now.
Guys, isn't it funny? Come on.
And then Kaori shows up dressed. I think the show wants you to think this is very attractive. This outfit was not working for me personally.
It's supposed to be like a regal, like put yourself together for the second thing.
Anyway, then she's like, "You're supposed to marry me, Ryu," and it's like, people get attacked outside. Everybody goes. The three of them go outside to check it out. Ryu gets attacked by a big green penis from a mirror.
Bro, true again.
Yep.
For the 8th.
How many times can we do this? How many times?
The problem is not that it happens, right? The problem is that with the monster already, it just sucks people into the mirror. But with Ryu, is like, I need to get a hold of this man with my bare hands.
I do think the problem is that it happens because you can't have 8 different monsters that all have a penis arm that wraps around people and grabs them. Like, they can have something different. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't always have to be the wiener arm.
Normally, I would be like, oh, it translates really well to the stunts, right? Because it gives something for the actors to manipulate while they're like flipping around and stuff. They do nothing with it this episode. Sure. So
they just on them and they're like, oh, there's a wiener wrapped around my body.
Yep. Yeah, they karate chop it a couple times, but at that point, it didn't even matter.
We see the new Vira monster, Mirror Dimension. He sucks.
He's
worst
so bad.
design.
Easily the worst. It's so buns. It's terrible.
For the listeners who are not watching along or don't bother to Google these things, it's like, imagine 2 mirrored window panes, and then like bursting out of them are like these green lizard arms and legs, and then this huge like polygonal glass head, which like I describe it and it sounds really cool. In practice, you're just like,
on paper it sounds good.
He looks very tubby and like, you know, he's giving like very low level like Mario boss.
True.
Or like Nintendo like
Mario 60, like Super Nintendo 64 type of design.
Yeah.
He looks like, you know, a few polygons. He looks like
he looks like a Final Fantasy 7 character, like original Final Fantasy 7 character.
He's like weirdly flat and like, but also rotund and just
the head is so big.
He's built like a cheese grater, bro. His body is built like a cheese grater.
True. It could have been cheese grater dimension.
True. That would have been
cooler. But they scare him off, and then later that night at dinner, Ryu's grandmother tells the Jetman, she's like, "Oh, the girl saw Ryu fighting the monster, so now she wants to meet him again." And it's like, okay. Cut to them meeting again.
I guess. Bro.
And the girl is like, "Oh, I'm in love with this guy from my hometown who farms cows." And Bobby thought it was going to be Raita, and
that would have been better, honestly.
It could have been.
Yes, it would have. Well, no, and then I thought you might have been right because I spaced on what Raita farms. It's cucumbers, but still, it's possible he has cows or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, later in the episode, Raita has this like very small moment in the fight, and so I was like, oh, this is a Raita episode, or like that will come up or something like that.
Yeah, like fake.
Little did I know.
AI, bro.
Then Ryu and the girl get attacked, and then all the Jetmen show up, and the monster absorbs the girl into himself, and then Maria shows up to brag, and then the monster goes to suck all the Jetmen in, and Ryu's grandmother shows up.
Grandma, bro.
And she pulls up a pocket mirror and she deflects the blast and has Maria sucked into the mirror. And she says something like, "Women love mirrors. I can't stand to see mirrors used for evil."
She's like really invested in mirrors. Like that's her thing.
Like,
mirrors.
Yeah, bro. So then the monster has to get Maria out. And so he splooges everybody out. He blows his
load.
Entire load.
He's his big fat belly, and then his load comes out for some reason.
You go, ooh.
And it shakes.
Listeners,
shakes it around.
Yeah, he shakes.
We are not exaggerating. It looks like how we're describing it. Like
liquid that comes out of his belly, and it's like that's what it is. Like I don't know. That's how they.
So also apparently, this monster sucks so bad he cannot selectively release people. Yeah. He has to shoot them all out at once, which gives them license to morph and kill him. And then they do the they summon the Megazord, and bro, the Megazord has another weapon. So on top of the spear and the rocket fists and the sword, it has a hammer now.
Yeah, it's the fourth weapon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They kill him in like 2 seconds, literally 0.2 seconds. The sequence of the Zords combining was longer than the actual fight. I'm pretty sure
it was so long. It was like a minute.
And then they come down from the Megazord battle. Turns out in that time that it took for them to fight the monster, the girl got married and sent them photos.
Like, what, bro?
Because these people all wear the same clothes every day, so there's no way of knowing. And then Ryu's grandmother comes up and assaults him and says, there are more girls, or something like that.
For you to marry. Oh, it's funny, guys. Arranged marriage.
Wow.
I guess, dude.
All right, episode 8, the Laughing Diamond somehow works.
We gotta keep this rolling.
It's like it was.
Okay, wait. Let me take
not
vamp for a second. I'm gonna drink some water.
Not good.
This was the worst week.
Very true.
So true.
Very true.
Okay, episode 8, the Laughing Diamond. So Kaori and Akko are in a car being chauffeured by Kaori's butler, and they're both dressed very fanciful because they're going to a fancy party. And the guys are at home, and they're like, the guy hosting the party has a 20 billion or 2 billion yen diamond. And so we get to the party, and the guy hosting the party like starts hitting on Kaori because the show can't be about anything else. And then and then Akko comes over, and he starts hitting on Akko, even though Akko is a child.
Very uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable.
It's very awkward.
And then Maria infects the blood diamond, or they call it a blood diamond. They call it a bloody diamond because I don't think blood diamonds are actually red.
Yeah.
No, I think blood diamonds are like you killed somebody to get these diamonds. But it's like a red diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she infects it, and then the two security guys like shipping the diamond out to the party. Like one of them looks at it, and then he goes crazy. And I thought he was going to start shooting up the party, but he starts whacking people with his baton.
Baton. It's a rage virus, but they're really not that angry. Like,
no,
sometimes
they're actually very. Yeah, they're actually very easy to calm down, honestly.
Yeah.
And then Akko beats up the guy in about 5 seconds, and then everybody's like, "Time to look at the diamond." And then all the rich people look at the diamond, and they go crazy. Oh, does Akko go crazy here? No, right?
No, it's later. It's a little later, yeah.
It's later. So Akko and Kaori are like, we gotta remove the diamond from the situation, because clearly that's what's causing it. Which I appreciate them not being like total like idiots.
Yeah, that's true.
They take it outside, they throw the diamond, it transforms into a monster. The monster has the same vibe as Mirror Dimension, but like just a little better.
Yeah.
Where like his whole chest is like a round, flattened out diamond shape.
Yeah, that's what was confusing me. He looked more like a ruby than he did like a diamond. Like his shape was more ruby. But
yeah, they could have just made it Ruby Dimension.
Girls don't like rubies. Girls
like best friends are diamonds. Girl's best friend.
And this is an episode about that somehow.
True. A woman had to have written this, right? Like it's just so.
No, they're all written by the same. Wait.
It's just so.
This one has a different writer's credit on the Power Rangers wiki. Hang on.
These people know women, Noah. That's what I'm saying. They know women. All right. They know what women like. They know how they act. This is exactly how they act.
Akko is a woman because she just loves materialistic things.
Yes, bro. They love shiny, valuable objects.
The guy who wrote this episode wrote 10 more episodes for Jetman, looks like.
Yes.
And then two for the season after this, and then he never wrote another episode of Super Sentai again.
Wow.
And he was blacklisted from the entire industry.
And this is his first episode of Super Sentai, which like it shows.
Wow.
Yes, it does.
That's crazy.
I did notice something. I did notice something about the diamond is that it makes all the women act up, right? But most of the time, their men are like, "Why do you want this? I don't want to give this to you." I was like, "Huh."
I'm saying, bro.
I wonder what the writers trying to say about
these writers know how women act.
These
right?
writers know women. These writers know women.
So they fight the monster. He has like bling on, and I think he has like one eye. brain bleed.
fine.
Like he was so boring, I just didn't even
fine.
process it.
Yeah.
So then Akko goes to jump, like punch the monster, and he shoots her with a ray, and then the other three show up, and they're like, we're here to help. And then Akko attacks all of them. Oh no, she's infected by the rage virus. So they return her to the base, and she is in her normal clothes, and I have questions about who changed her out of her fancy clothes that she was in.
True. There's,
we don't.
It's so every episode it feels like there's something that's just really uncomfortable. Whether it's just like rapey or like child stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting progressively just like more unhinged as we go on. You know.
Yeah,
and unapologetically so.
They've already sold all the toys for this quarter, so they're like, we can do it
now. We can put our fetishes on the screen and nobody will care.
Awesome.
I'm the rich guy with the bloody diamond.
Yeah.
The Jetmen who like are not involved in this situation, they go to interrogate the really rich guy, and he's like, oh, like the diamond has been cursed for like millennia or whatever. You know, one of those people was Louis XIV, and his death from the diamond caused the French Revolution.
Yeah, and it's like,
which was like
it's
funny
cool.
lore for this show to have.
It is kind of cool, and like honestly, like the best part of the episode, like that little like visage they did where they showed all of the. It was kind of like art. You know?
They have like specialized paintings like showcasing some of the events.
And it's like it is a cool concept, but completely unnecessary. Won't come up again just to fill.
Especially since it's already corrupted by the Vyram. If it was just a natural thing that happened, then maybe it would be more interesting, but it's just like, oh, the Vyram possessed it.
Yeah.
Like, if it was more of a supernatural thing, then it would be more interesting. If it was actually supernatural.
Maybe what could have worked is we still get the sequence of the guard being like possessed by the ruby or whatever, the diamond, and then like going to attack people, and then they see that in the Vyram base, and they're like, this is a useful weapon, and then they infect it with the dimensional beast. That would have been
be cooler if it was like a cursed object already, and then they were like, oh, we can use this power to our advantage.
Yeah. So then Maria shows up to laugh at them, and Ryu doesn't mention at all that it might be his dead girlfriend.
Yep, like the fourth time since he mentioned it, and then just forgot, I guess.
And then the monster starts, blasting people across the city. One lady says she won't give up her ice cream to anybody for less than 7 million yen.
Based.
The three men Jetmans show up to fight the monster.
The men Jetmen are not affected, apparently.
I like seeing different combinations of the colors, and we hadn't seen red, yellow, black like just by themselves yet, so I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a whatever fight. Anyway, Kaori turns to her butler, and she's like, go buy me all the diamonds in Japan, and then he buys all the diamonds in Tokyo, and they throw them on Akko, and then Akko chills out, and then the girls show up to
really
save the
weird
boys.
shot of her.
Just
her waist down, and they're pouring diamonds on it for like 10 seconds. It's like, okay.
A lot of expletives are dropped too.
Well, that's
Kaori slaps
the people who subbed it. It's probably them doing it.
Oh yeah, Kaori does slap her in the face though, like full on
for some reason.
But then the girls transform, and they go to save the boys, and then they blow the monster up, and then it grows giant, and then they summon the jet machines, and Ryu goes, it's weak to heat. How do you know that? And then they combine.
That was the case. Even though I feel like diamonds and gems and stuff like that aren't.
No.
Traditional.
Well, if it's a diamond, then no.
Yeah, like that's kind of the whole point.
They should have switched it so that if they really wanted to, because spoiler alert, they blow it up with the big plane thing that does fire.
No.
But if they wanted to show off the big plane that does fire again, do that last episode with the glass monster, right? And then you can do the big hammer thing with the
diamond
monster.
I don't know.
And then they're all the guys are like, good job, Kaori. And then Akko shows up and is like, Kaori, give me diamonds.
Even though we resolved this character quirk like the first two episodes.
Her first episode.
Back now because it's convenient, I guess. I don't know.
It's funny. No, Bobby, it's funny. Gosh. It's funny, Bobby.
Straight buns, bro. Straight buns.
So...
so bad.
Yeah, like easily the worst batch of episodes we've seen.
Oh, without a doubt.
Definitely.
All right, Bobby, talk to me about episode 7, the bride one, the marriage one.
Okay, just bad. Oh, actually, okay. I won't say. I think this one's like the action is really good, and like I've said, the action and effects are like the most important part for me. So I don't think I can give it under a 5, but everything outside of the action was pretty bad. There's a recurring theme with both of these 2 episodes, and that they're both regressive to either the story or to the characters. In the first one, completely regressive to the like love triangle thing that we have going on. Like it feels like we're getting somewhere where it's like Guy and it's either Guy and what's her name?
Ryu Kaori.
Guy and Kaori. It's like one episode you feel like it's Guy and Kaori that's gonna be the one, the couple, and then it's the next episode it's like Ryu and Kaori, and it's like they just keep going back and forth. And I mean, I guess it's only been going on for a few episodes, so but you could make it better. You could make the tension better, and it just feels like it just feels really cheap, and it was really.
We better get used to it.
But yeah, it was. I thought that was super aggressive. The action was cool though, so I would probably say a 5 if I had to.
Huge. Oh. For the listeners, I finally put in the scores on a freaking.
I think that's my lowest so far.
It is. I'm looking at the stats right now.
Yeah.
It was talk to me about episode 5. Or episode 7.
It was okay. I agree with Bobby on like everything he said. I think like the biggest problem is that we're getting, not only is it like we're retracing the love triangle stuff, which isn't really a love triangle at this point, but like we're doing the arranged marriage.
That's true. Yeah.
Thing again. Like we're doing that entire story.
Literally 2 episodes ago.
We can't have ran out of ideas like 7 episodes into the series. That's like impossible.
Yeah, like we're doing it again, just with Ryu, and Ryu is not okay. Ryu's a fine character. I like him, but it's like he can't carry this type of storyline because he's just not interested in that sort of stuff, especially since his girlfriend died recently.
Which they won't mention.
Which they could have addressed in this episode, but they didn't.
The funny thing is, they haven't really mentioned her death outside of the first episode, but they also haven't mentioned her like coming back. But it's like even though it's so egregious they haven't mentioned her coming back, you still feel like he should be more affected by her death than it seems like he is to this point.
That's another thing. It's like this could have been interesting where it's like where Ryu's like, how can I move on? But it hasn't been long enough either way for that type of story to happen because it's been like at most a month, maybe. So like if this was later in the show and they tried to do something of like, how can I move on from Rie, or how can I marry someone else, even though like I still feel like Rie is alive, that could have been interesting, but they don't do that at all.
Episode to be had in this concept that just didn't work.
Yeah, like there's a lot that could have been added in order to make this like a really good episode, but it just didn't. And again, like they really felt like the other like Jetman needed to do something, so they're like, what if we had them go to their date and pretend to be these people so they can get the girl off of Ryu's back, who was not, I don't think at any point in the episode attracted to Ryu whatsoever.
Yeah, it seemed uninterested the entire time. Like,
yeah, and then like the villain design is the worst out of.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Out of all the monsters, and this isn't like a negative, but it was an interesting change with this episode and the next episode, where it's like the monster has the face hugger thing on like its shoulder or something, and then like cut it out in order to like make it grow big. That wasn't in any of the past episodes, but it's there now. Yeah. It's just a weird change that I didn't expect.
If they know it's there, then just avoid hitting that, and then you don't have to summon the main sword.
Right? Yeah. The grandma was whatever, I guess. Like she was really just there as a plot device,
Yeah.
Like her and Ryu don't have any actual connection. Yeah. And it's kind of like that just in the story, too. Like, they clearly don't talk to each other much.
As a plot device, I think she's fine, but I don't like her saving the team. Like, she's literally a grandma. She's senile.
So funny. I'm sorry. That part was hilarious.
It was funny because it was bad though. Like the whole episode in its entirety was that way. Like, we were laughing and having a good time while we were watching it, but it was bad. Like, it's bad. It's like watching Tornado or the Snake movie.
The mirror monster was defeated by a mirror. I don't understand. Like, I know it hits Rie or whoever that Maria or whatever. I know it hits her and not the actual monster, but it's still dumb. Yeah. Like, it's still stupid.
And they don't use
because then you have to see you have to see the monster rub his fat, gassy belly and release all these people. And it okay. Like, I feel like I'm over exaggerating, but it actually looks kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks horrible.
Because he bounces up and down and he rubs his belly and then it goes. They all go out.
Please, we'll see if I put it on the Instagram and the stuff, because I don't want to get flagged.
Right.
But listener, please, if you're not watching along with us, Google Shojin Sentai Jetman episode 7. And just start clicking on some links and see what you find.
No, do not click on any link specifically for that episode, bro. You might get caught in some bad.
They would have just changed the color of the
right.
Okay, 2 things they could have done differently. Could have changed the color, and 2, you could have not made it like droplets that come out of his belly. Like,
dude. Oh my god!
It's like, what are we doing?
And they already have
it's strings, bro.
Like, we talked about it during the recording or during the watch, but like, they already have the effect of like this cool, like, sort of polygonal beam that he shoots out to trap people in the mirror. Why would you not just play that effect again? Like,
what's his name? The DC villain, the big bad guy that shoots the lasers out of his eyes. That like
dark side.
Could have done a dark side thing where it comes out like that, like zigzags.
But no, it had to be like it had to be liquid. It had to look like liquid.
Look like white liquid of some sort. Like, okay, I guess, bro.
And again, like the penis hand, I can't take it anymore, dude. It needs to go. It needs to go away.
I think we're over exaggerating how many times they've done that. I think it's been like 4 of 8 episodes, which is still a lot.
But that's still half.
Many. Like, I'll give you 1. Like, you can have 1, but
that's half of the episodes.
You can do it once every 10 episodes. That's my. That's what I say. Okay. Once every 10 episodes, you can have, because it's like
that's
right, Noah, where it's like a thing where the actors can manipulate the prop and everything. So it's like I think it works. Once in a while you can do it, but more than that, it's like it gets a little suggestive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care as much if it wasn't like as often back to back, and also so like viscerally fleshy.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah,
if it was metallic in nature or whatever, it'd probably be different.
This is probably the grossest episode. Like, and just in terms of like looks. Next episode is like the Bloody Diamond episode is grosser because of like the Akko stuff, right?
Because of
like
sexism.
This, yeah,
and
well, yeah, that too, right? It's like it's the pedophilia and sexism, but like this is like the grossest in terms of like visuals.
It feels like they are trying to. So the pattern with all their monsters is, it's some kind of inanimate object, but it's also the little face hugger thing is like its original form.
Right.
So it's trying to be a collision of both of these things. It's trying to be part the monster and part the inanimate object, and then to convey that, it feels like they don't know how to do it. Like with this monster, it's like lizard legs and arms weirdly mashed together with the like cheese grater mirror thing, and it's like doesn't work at all. And they're like, okay, well, how else can we do that? Well, we can do it with the weird penis arm that is fleshy. It's like you don't have any other ideas of how to like make this thing look like lizardy and also look mirrory. Like, I don't know, it just feels uncreative.
Yeah. One last thing. I will say the recap at the end. They had to remind you of the love triangle. They were like, just
funny.
Like,
Kaori
has feelings for you.
These moms, they need it.
Yeah, they need it, but
the narrator comes in and is like, the Jetmen are so young, and Ryu is in love with Kaori, or Kaori's in love with Ryu, and Guy is in love with Kaori. And it's like, great, man.
Thank you. I just watched that.
Like, this probably deserves a lower score, but I'll give it a 5. It's just like,
all right.
If I wasn't having such a fun time laughing at the episode,
like it was watchable. It was
probably
a watchable episode.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't enjoy it if I was watching it by myself.
Age where it's like I won't get if it's like a watchable piece of media, then it's a 5. It's like okay, it's whatever.
Right.
So
yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
So I you guys have addressed all the great complaints about the episode, so I'll talk about the episode in the context of everything else that we've watched. Again, and I said this last week, if you cannot deliver on a serialized story in any way, do not commit to one.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's been 3 episodes since Ryu learned that Maria looks like Rie or might be Rie or whatever, right? And the last 3 episodes have like focused on her relatively heavily or have been about Ryu relatively heavily.
Yeah.
And he hasn't brought it up once. And I understand that that these episodes come out every week, once a week in Japan. And so, kids might miss it and you don't want them to feel like they've missed out on something. If that is your concern, then there's like 2 ways about it, right? Like don't commit to the serialized storytelling in any way, or there's this my roommate last year is really a big Speed Racer fan. And in the original Speed Racer dub, whenever Racer X comes on screen, the narrator comes in and like explains Racer X's whole backstory of being like, this is Speed Racer's brother who disappeared, and little does Speed know that, blah, 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 blah. If you can't at least commit to like that level of like, okay, I'll quick recap everything that's happened so that you can come in, right? Like
if you're gonna exposition dump it that hard, like you have to either go no exposition dump or completely on the other side of the spectrum. Like just tell me what's going on.
Like
right.
Like how long would it take for Ryu every episode when Maria shows up to go, Rie? Right?
Yeah.
Like under his breath.
Yeah.
Like it just
or he doesn't even have to say anything. The actor can convey it with a facial expression, or maybe they're fighting and he's hesitant to hit her as hard as these other monsters. Like there's numerous things you can do when you're filming it to make it to have some kind of reaction to this character.
Or you can flash back like they did when they saw each other face to face. Flashback to her flying out into space, right? And like there are 3 other Vyram generals. And 2 of them have not done anything.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're not gonna do anything with that character, then make it about Tran or make it about Gray.
Make it about Gray.
So,
make it about Gray. Make it about Gray, bro.
I thought it was funny. I think it's funny that the grandma solved all the problems. I think it was gross too. I'm disappointed in them for having a second episode about marriage, and it's not even like that far apart.
Yeah, it's
like in the run.
4 episodes they've had 2, which is weird.
So I'll give it a 5 also.
So it's just a straight 5.
Yep. All right. Episode 8. Sebastian, why don't you start us off?
It's over.
I really did. This is easily the worst episode. I feel like we had a lot to complain about with episode 7. Dog. Like this was like, I don't even like, I have a lot of complaints, but like this, how sometimes where you're like, that was just straight bad, but you don't like have a bunch of reasons for it. That's kind of how I feel right now.
It was boring. It was like you're sitting there and you actively want to stop watching it. That's how bad it was.
We were all checked out. We were so checked out.
We were all ready for it to be over. It was weirdly sexist, and it was really uncomfortable about a 16-year-old character with a lot of uncomfortable shots. So that already bumps it down a lot.
More so than the other times.
Yeah. The conflict. This should have been an Akko episode, but it wasn't. It was somehow a Kaori episode.
But they tried to.
I don't get
an Akko episode at the end for sure. They're like, guys, did you like that one? Like, yeah. You guys were asking for Akko episodes. We gave it to you.
They did it again. They did the peace sign thing again. They did it again. They did the thing where it's like with last episode or episode 6, I think. Or episode
5, I think.
5? Yeah, where Rio's like, Kaori, your legs work. And she goes and she does the peace sign.
That's her thing, bro. That's her thing.
Akko does that
Akko
again
does it in this episode.
when she's cured.
It's different people. You can't have 2 different people doing it. Come on.
Yeah, Ryu was like, Akko! And she just went, peace. I was like, no, we're not doing this again. Like, it doesn't work. it's just so lame because the writer was like, I don't know how to cap this off. I don't know how to convey that this is a happy moment. Peace, dude. It's like,
You
okay.
throw up the piece
Like, I think like the conflict that they actually like, again, it's like on paper this could have been interesting, where it's like, oh, humanity is too attached to materialistic things, like they're too materialistic. But then Ridige, is that how you say his name?
Radige.
Yeah.
Radige. He is talking about like humanity's too obsessed with beautiful things, but that's his thing.
That's 2 episodes ago, he was like, I hate ugly things.
Yeah, all of their motives is that like humans, they're ugly and they make ugly things, and now he's like, but humans like beautiful things, bad, not good.
Last Jedi writing, bro. Last Jedi writing. Like, I don't know how you betray a character that's only been prevalent in 1 episode, pretty much, but they did.
Such a fraud, by the way. Like, this is supposed to be the big bad, and 2 episodes, and back-to-back episodes, this dude, in 1 episode, he gets absolutely crapped on in a fight by the main character by himself, basically. And then the next episode, all of his motives are just thrown out of the window. Like, it's crazy.
And, like that could have been interesting, right? Especially with Akko, who is somebody who denied herself like materialistic things in the 2nd episode of the show. But a lot of it, and obviously men get hit by it too. Like, it's not just like women that get hit by it, but it seems to be stronger against women. Like, from what
the episode focuses on like the hysterical women more.
Yeah, weirdly so.
I think it's only one. Like, you have the guard guy.
Yeah.
And
then like the old husband, but he's like, how many diamonds do you really want? Like, that's not really him being like materialistic.
It's like when the dudes get rage virus, they are like agreeable to an extent. And then when the girls get rage virus, they're just like completely like
they just physically assault people.
I didn't mention it in the recap, but when all the women at the party get hit by the rage virus, they start swarming the rich guy who's hosting the party, being like, I'm gonna marry him, I'm gonna marry him.
They're not even angry at the other people. They're all angry at each other because they all want to have sex with the one like guy there. It's like, this is, there's a lot of women in this room. You could tell a lot of women, bro.
So true.
It's so ridiculous. And like, again, most of the team really just gets whooped this entire episode. Like, because I think what they tried to imply with the diamond is that it couldn't be cut, right? Because they try to hit him with the swords and it doesn't do anything. Like, it can't be cut. But a diamond also doesn't get hot. Like, that's not a weakness that a diamond has. And I don't know how Ryu figured it out, that he's weak to fire or heat.
A lot of problems this week were just solved, like, kind of off screen, where like Kaori is like, go buy me all the diamonds. Why is that the solve for the problem? And then it works.
The conflict is solved. Also, you can tell the episode is bad when Noah's rushing the recap of the episode, but like Kaori like gets the diamonds, right? Because Akko's like, I want diamonds. Which, by the way, in the beginning of the episode, she's talking about how much she wants diamonds. Again, doesn't make any sense for her character at this point. But like, she gets all the diamonds, and for some reason, I guess because she got them, she's like pleased now, so she can't be angry anymore. But it also requires like Kaori to slap her in the face. It's like this
just so cinematography in that scene too.
Of Akko's waist getting diamonds poured on it. It's like, it's so awkward and uncomfortable. And I'm sure like if you had like the actual subbing for it, like the proper translation, it would be better. But it's like, you have all these expletives in the fan dub.
That was kind of funny,
It was kind of funny.
But it's like, Akko's not restrained either, but they needed to restrain her originally.
I
don't know.
Originally they like put in a jail cell, and then now it's just they're just together on a couch.
And then, Kaori takes her into the room and, like, doesn't do anything. Akko just sits down and calls her a B word. And it's like, okay, like...
why is Kaori talking to her like this? Like, I understand, like, she's possessed and you're like, I have to snap her out somehow. But it's like that one Fantastic Four comic where, like, Sue is possessed, and so like Reed has to act misogynistic in order to like get her to like snap out of it.
Bro,
it doesn't like make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, why
So it's like
kindness be suppressed by being more angry at the person who was rageful? Like I don't.
yeah.
if
we ever start a podcast, a Patreon specials, we're doing some comic books.
True.
Yes, dude, absolutely. We have to do the ultimate comics, dude. Let's go. Come on.
I've talked about those comics enough for like a lifetime. Like,
but it's like
if you search, listener, if you search really hard, you can hear me talk to these people about ultimate comic books.
That's niche.
It's
that's
still out
niche.
there. They should still be up.
That's niche right there. But it again, like nothing really happens this episode. Like the fights are not good at all. And
yeah, it is one of the more bland fight episodes as well.
Yeah. When it could have been about Akko, it wasn't. And it's Kaori's episode somehow. And the guys really don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like at all.
What do you score
of any
this session?
It's just so bad. I'll give it a 4.
All right, Bobby.
I mean, I think Sebastian touched all the bases. Again, it's just a regression of everything you've done so far in the series. Like you have a character like Akko who, started off really wanting money, a really greedy person, and then you resolve that really quickly in like an episode or two, and then completely ignore her character for 6 episodes, 5 episodes, and then you're like, I guess they just forgot that they resolved that, and they were like, oh, we still have to do that, and then they make her greedy again, but also they don't resolve it in this episode either. Like by the end of the episode, she is asking for the diamonds that Kaori promised her. Right. So it's like, not only did they take back the resolution, they also didn't resolve it again. It's a complete regression.
Seinfeld ass Sentai episode. Like,
it's just a complete regression of her character. And it doesn't move the main story along at all. Like nothing with the Vyram is different, and anytime you move the main story along, you're gonna have to include Ryu, and he wasn't in it at all. The general lady wasn't in it at all. It's completely focused on the two girl characters, yet the entire episode is sexist and full of really pedophilic stuff. And it's like it sucks because like Noah was saying while we were watching it, there's probably going to be at least one like girl power episode, and this is probably the girl power episode, and it's terrible, and it's like awful. It's a terrible episode. We don't even really get to see that. We don't get to see them fight like at all. It's for like 2 seconds. There's no Megazord. The enemy they knew this episode was going to be straight buns, so they're like, we're not going to use the production, we're not going to use more money to get the Megazord in it, we'll just have them do the combination of the ships into like the big the big bird
Phoenix attack
ship, and killed him with it. The choreography was completely bland from what we saw. There was the least amount of fighting, everything was regressed, just like, and it wasn't watchable, like it wasn't a funny bad episode in any sort of way.
It was hard to get through when I was watching it with friends.
Yeah,
like that's how bad something is.
And these are not long episodes. This is under 20 minutes.
It felt much longer than
without theme song and the end credits. Like
so I mean, it's just bad.
It feels like a Wonder Woman. It feels like an old Wonder Woman comic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like. It's really bad. I don't want to go down to 1 because I feel like it could get worse for sure.
It's gonna get worse, bro.
Definitely get worse.
Always get worse.
I'm gonna go 3.
That's valid.
I think it's considerably worse than anything else we've seen. Yeah. It's 3.
So you guys have hit on all the points that I wanted to cover for the most part. I have like 2 kind of unique things, and then I'll give my score. Number 1, at the same time as we've been watching this, I've been like here and there watching a different Sentai show by myself, just for the fun of it. So I've been watching Samurai Sentai Shinkenger, which is for people who are like Power Rangers fans. That's Power Rangers Samurai, and they have an episode that is like the girl power episode, which is how I knew this was probably going to be like the one episode of the season where like the two girls like come together and are like, we're a team also, kind of thing. And in that episode, the Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger, for context, the Yellow Ranger is like kind of young, and she was not supposed to be a Power Ranger like her sister was supposed to be, and then she got really sick. And so the Yellow Ranger kind of looks up to the Pink Ranger, and the Pink Ranger like has this this very maternal side to her where she loves kids, she's like a teacher and all these things. And so the like the guys all get taken out for the episode, so it's up to the girls to fight the monster, and the Pink Ranger like instills this confidence in the Yellow Ranger, and they have this like really nice relationship, and like there's a really earnest heart-to-heart moment between the two. And it's like, you know, to go from watching that, which is like a show I really like, to watching this, which is also a show that so far I've liked, but then like, you know, the show is not going to have any more female characters, and to see them kind of like wasted like this, and to have a relationship that's very similar where it's like older Pink Ranger and then younger Ranger, like there's something to be said there for like, you know, one girl looking up to another girl, or any like literally anything, right? And they just don't capitalize on any of it.
Yeah.
My second point is, you know, it's a bad episode when, as we were watching the episode, I was like writing a better episode in my head. So this is my pitch for redo of Chojin Sentai Jetman episode 8
remake.
Like 25 years later.
Holy crap.
30 years later.
This is totally something they'd invest in.
It's the same episode plot, but the roles are reversed on who gets changed into the evil person. So only Akko is left, and everybody else gets taken over. And then she has to fight the Jetmans, or she has to like spend the whole episode giving them different things that cure their rage, right? So like she takes Raita back to the
cucumber
farm or something, like right? Like
that'd be tough.
It's such a simple fix.
Or yeah.
Right?
And then you just have to get rid of the like greed stuff, like just completely get all of that, get rid of that.
And then we could have finally have an episode focused on Akko. This episode opens, and I was like, oh great, like we're gonna explore this character who has gone fairly unexplored up until this point. Wrong.
Nope.
It's another Kaori episode. If it's anybody's episode.
Yeah, it makes me think that like if we ever get a Raita episode, it's like gonna switch to being like it's a guy episode.
He kicked in the balls again. Was it in this?
Oh my, bro, I'm so pressed about that.
Raita keeps getting disrespected, and he's like the most normal guy on the team.
He's like the comedy comedic relief.
Yeah. Comedic relief.
Buns.
And look, we're all writers in this podcast in different ways, right? And we've all come up with characters and all these things, blah, 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 blah. We all know what it's like to be writing something, and then we have a favorite character, right? And clearly the show has a couple favorite characters. It's Ryu, Guy, and Kaori, right? But as a writer, you have to service every character.
Right.
And if you can't service every character,
it's gonna be bad.
Like they need to be cut, right? There's this old screenwriting tactic or old writing tactic that's called kill your darlings. I always say kill your babies.
True.
Because it's the idea that like if something doesn't matter, or if something isn't working for the story, no matter how attached you are to it, you have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And like clearly, obviously, Raita and Akko are here because we have a toy line to fill out, and there needs to be 5 Rangers for the toy design to work. But can you imagine how much, I don't know about better, but like more focused of a show it would be if it was a 3-man team of just Guy, Ryu, and Kaori? Like,
it would be a lot better.
It's a thing of like, you know, like if you're gonna have a comedic relief, like the thing about comedic relief characters is that eventually they're gonna need to prove themselves and exceed the audience's expectations. I'm just gonna use like an example right now. It's like Sokka from Avatar. I don't want to spoil much, but like as the series goes on, he progressively like exceeds the audience's expectations, right? And at the end of the show, you're like, well, maybe he's one of my favorite characters, right? Like, if you're gonna have a comedic relief, they need to have more than just being the comedic relief. But if Raita is just the comedic relief, then there's really no point to him, because you already have comedic relief in the 3 main characters. Like Guy is already in a sense comedic relief. Ryu in the situations that he gets in is comedic relief, and the same can be said about Kaori. Akko and Raita are pretty much only comedic relief right now, and there's no redeeming qualities about them. I said this with Guy, whereas like there's no redeeming qualities about Guy. There's no redeeming qualities about Raita and Akko.
I think that the redeeming quality of Raita and Akko is that they haven't done anything aggressively offensive yet.
Yeah,
so they're still
they're not like rapey.
They're victims, really. They're victims. Yeah, like, they're victims, really.
Like if we're talking about who our favorite characters on this show are, it's like, okay, Ryu's probably my favorite just because he's like a good guy, like by the standards of the show, you know. So, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Ray's my favorite character.
You're crazy,
bro. Off of the one Kaori episode is still like.
She's so good.
She's still my favorite just because of that one episode, and then they kind of sold with this. I mean, she didn't do anything aggressively bad in this episode. To be fair,
right.
like it's just kind of a nothing burger altogether. So
it just feels like a weird character. Like I don't want to say assassination because like this is gonna be forgotten next episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
hopefully,
they really ruin Radage's like motivation. With like just a couple lines,
and
then Akko's like,
well, I guess not these last two, but like 7 or 6 and 5, or is it 6 and 5, right? Or
yeah, that's what we watched. We're on 7 and 8.
Okay, so then it would be 6 and 7. That just completely ruined him. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they just like. Because they set up his motivation where it's like humanity's ugly, and that's like a cool thing. Because it's like he's so obsessed with like beauty and stuff. When he sees something that doesn't attain his standard of beauty, he wants to destroy it. But in this, he's like, humanity's too focused on beautiful things. It's not it's not a thing of like hypocrisy. It's just like I think they just forgot.
Yeah,
they genuinely forgot.
And then Akko, they definitely forgot about like Akko's character arc.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Sebastian, that was 6 weeks ago. Like, who can remember
like
that far back?
Lifetime ago, man. 6 weeks, bro.
Oh my gosh. Like.
So anyway, I am going to give this episode a 3.
Again, that's fair.
Like Bobby said too, if even if you're just watching these shows for the cool effects and the action, this is not an impressive episode choreography wise. Like
you could honestly skip this one.
If you're
could use this as a skip list.
Yeah, if you're doing a Jetman watch through and you just want to watch like the best episodes or the most important episodes, you can skip 8.
Definitely skip 8.
Yeah, you can skip 8.
You can't. Sure. You should skip 8. Not you can. You definitely should.
Yeah.
You can just listen to this episode and hear us talk about it. Hear us complain about it.
Dude, I covered the whole 20-minute episode in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Bad. Just like aggressively bad. Like
I don't like this. I joke a lot about saying like, "Oh, this thing is bad." This is just bad. Like,
well, and considering how long we've gotten out of other recaps, like even just like last week, like I think the recap for both episodes was like 20 minutes each, and then we had 20 minutes of discussion like after that or something like that. Like it breaks down to around that. Like they've proven they can fit a lot of interesting plot, or at least like a lot of stuff can happen into the short time frame that they're in. Like,
if you asked me, would you rather watch this episode again or like Transformers: Age of Extinction? I might pick Age of Extinction.
Let's not go that far.
At least that one has Lockdown in it, you know? Like,
don't be hasty. Don't be hasty.
That's true. Ugh.
It does have Peter Cullen, so.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
No, I think we pooped on that episode.
I think a valid amount. I think it's over. I think it's over.
Thank you so much for listening. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to give us a like, comment, share, follow, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Leave a review if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Give us a 5.
Yes, bro.
Yes.
You can also check us out on Instagram and TikTok at barrier2, like the number 2 entry, or bar 2 entry, sorry. That'll be also linked in the description below. You can also, while you're down there, you can see Bobby's YouTube channel. He has got a new video out that's really cool. It's about the Bobby, why don't you just talk about it?
It's about the pizza bomber case, which is like it's a bit of a like bank heist mixed with a murder mystery kind of story, and it's all completely real. And I recap it all for you all, so go check it out.
It's really cool. You can also find my YouTube channel down there,
Yes,
where
bro.
I've posted a new video for the first time in 9 months.
And he will be posting more very soon, and that is the truth.
Oh, waited a whole pregnancy to put out a new video.
That's what I was thinking earlier today. I was like, dang, a baby was born in the
true,
time
bro.
between
That's true.
uploads.
That's wild, bro.
But yeah, if you want to hear me dog on the Hasbro Corporation more,
yes.
Every video on that channel is about that.
That's actually true.
Talk about that.
That's not even a joke.
Sebastian, do you have anything you want to plug?
I still don't have anything, guys. I'm sorry.
Huge.
Lock it in, bro.
Awesome.
Eventually, one day, guys. One day.
Me, possibly.
Anyway, that's it. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.